welcome to this Christmas edition of the Top Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Rob. Joining me are my friends Lou.
Hello.
And Mike.
Second time coming in strong, man. Take two's killer.
What are you clapping, your hands?
No, my ass. Yes, my hands.
And this week it's going to be a little shorter than usual because it is the week of Christmas, but hopefully you guys all have a great week. But Mike had a book report, for the first time probably like 13 years. 15 years, I don't know, since high school. Do you want to tell the people what the book was and your report on it?
Book was Death on the Polar Express, and I'll cut right to the headline. It's a banger. Genuinely, very much enjoyed it. Put the whole thing down in one day, and then re-listened to about 2/3 of it, if not 3/4 of it today, in preparation for this. And it was basically, the plot is the head of the elf union turns up dead, and Santa Claus has to solve the mystery. And the description kind of made it sound like Santa was the main suspect. Not so much. But he does basically make a deal with the elves. It's like, hey, you guys don't go on strike, and I will find the killer before Christmas. And that way, we can get Christmas out for all the kids. And first of all, if you guys had an issue with my use of the term skinny on the fat man, this book is not for you. Holy crap. The creative Christmas profanity, amazing.
Ooh,
my personal favorite is to describe some male sensitive area, the term frosticles.
Watch your profanity.
Several times.
Good time.
Just fantastic. There's also a lot of little changes, like they don't say Amazon, they call it jungle.com, stuff like that. Really funny, really towed the line between we are writing a whodunit and it feels like an old school British whodunit, and this is stupid, we know it's stupid and we're not taking ourselves too seriously. Just perfectly towed the line. I was a little disappointed by the reveal at the end. I was like, okay, I could have used a little more shock. Person it turned out to be was
Rudolph, that rapscallion.
Dude, Rudolph is a freaking character in this one, though. He's like a drunk. His marriage is falling apart. All the elves absolutely hate him. He's a total degenerate. Hilarious take on Rudolph.
Yeah, I feel like he's the guy's remember that one Christmas, guys? Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
that'd be a
that's
modern day
the worst
Rudolph.
kind of guy. Oof.
It's like
Just
Pistol
living in his
Pete in
past.
Parks and Rec, except he's actually living in his past.
But yeah, I would say give it a read. And as much as I wasn't a huge fan of the reveal, there's a little twist in the epilogue that shakes things up and really made it exciting to reread the second time. There was kind of a lot going on. It would almost be worth taking notes. You guys ever read a book where there's I can't keep track of who all the different characters are?
That's what Wikipedia's for.
Yeah, it was kind of okay, I have heard a gazillion generic Christmas term names for elves. Many of them creative and clever, but they all kind of blur together. So it was much more clear the second time. It would probably be a little more clear if you didn't binge it all in one session as well. But if you're looking for a fun, unwholesome Christmas romp for about 4 hours, $6, you could do a heck of a lot worse. And I believe Ben commented in the Discord, said he was giving it a read, and he is enjoying it as well. So,
how was the narrator?
Narrator was fantastic. Really knocked it out of the park. Honestly, I want it to be a mini-series. I want somebody to get this on Netflix for me by next year.
We'll call up our connections,
Yeah, see what I can do.
They'll have the intern look into it. But speaking of comments, I know you were reading over them and had some you wanted to call out or
Yes.
debate with.
Let's take a look at that.
Put 'em on the spot.
My personal favorite is from Arnstein. He said, I watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation for the first time like a week ago because it's one of my girlfriend's mom's childhood Christmas movies, and she was excited to show it to us. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. It was so bad.
This is after he listened to the pod or before?
I think
This came out on Monday, so it would have been right
watched
before.
it before he listened, and yeah, so he watched it like a week before the podcast came out.
Wow, what perfect timing! Won't God
Yeah.
do it?
Also, if you want a bad take, Jacob says The Last Jedi is a good movie.
We'll just say
And if you think we laughed at Rob for bringing up The Last Jedi, you should have heard what we were doing to Jacob pre-show.
I like Becca, who agrees that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is absolute nightmare fuel, and also I do love Toy Story 2 like crack cocaine. Her words, not
Crack
mine.
cocaine.
How does she know what crack cocaine is like? You'll have to ask her.
I love when people say something is like crack who have obviously never done crack.
You don't know her life. What are you guys talking about?
Well, they did grow up
fairly
on the same
confident on
street,
this one.
so. Alrighty. This week we got something a little fun. It's something I kind of found on YouTube, or YouTube Shorts. I think another podcast does it. But basically, it's like a blind ranking where one person has 5 of a certain topic. So all of ours is going to be Christmas themed or certain things. And then we have the other person, in this case, Michael, Lucian, and myself, will be ranking them without knowing what comes next. And we're going to kind of go through our lists, see how crappy it turns out to start off with and how we would change it, and just kind of talk about the topics at first. So do you want me to go first with Christmas foods?
Sounds good.
All right. So I want you guys to blindly rank these Christmas foods without knowing what comes next. Before we get into this, as we go through, pause, leave it down in the comments what your blind ranking would be. We'd love to see it. It's 1 through 5. Christmas cookies.
Wait, hold on. Generic all Christmas cookies, or are we talking like Christmas crack?
Generic. I was going generic Christmas cookies, like kind of like the sugar cookie with the Hershey's, or just the frosted ones, not Christmas crack.
5.
5.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, perfect.
That's a good one. For my second one, I got for you guys is dinner rolls.
4.
Man, I'm gonna have to say, what's a bad Christmas? I'm trying to think of bad Christmas things.
They don't have to all be bad.
I know, but what if you do give us
the smart play is to save a low slot.
slave a little slide? I'm gonna say 3.
It's true. Becca and I have started doing these, and I've been screwed by like this list. I'm like, oh, there could be a number 1, and then it's like the last one's seafood. I'm like, well, I hate seafood, but it's my number
Right.
1 now. Glazed ham.
Ooh.
We do know, like Mike. We know that, like, oh my goodness, my brain's just going
I
off
do
the
like
walls.
a good glazed ham.
Yeah,
man.
Mike's like glazing his hams.
I'm gonna say. Oh, the problem is there are just so many better options still that I'm scared of putting it at 2, and then getting totally screwed by. I'm gonna say 2. I'm gonna start playing the game.
I'm gonna hope that as the list goes by, you give better things, because it seems like that's the route you're going. So I'll go 4.
I just picked Becca.
Ooh.
Becca and I just kind of named off the first 5 things we found in our heads. We got 4. Next is candied sweet potatoes. Very polarizing.
Ooh, see, that would have been the 2. I can't justify putting it under ham, but if you bust out roast beef, I'm gonna be so mad.
Who has roast beef at Christmas though?
Or not prime rib. I've had prime rib at Christmas one time.
Dang,
it
you
was the best
bougie.
Christmas ever. And I was
Yeah.
not the one paying for it.
Spoiler: I do not have prime rib.
Number 1.
That's 2 for me. So what's left? I have 1 in.
You just have 1 left.
I just have 1. All right, what's my number 1?
And Mike, where are you putting it? Because you said ham at 2.
Sweet potatoes are number 1.
Sweet potatoes number 1. All right, last but not least, green bean casserole.
4. 5,
I
6.
knew it.
Gross.
You don't
I
like green
knew it.
bean casserole? I don't even
hate
like
it.
green beans.
hate
I
it
love green bean
so
casserole.
much.
Uh,
So that's your number
Okay.
one, Lou?
well, no.
How would you change your list, Lou?
I would put. I think I would just. What was number 5?
Christmas cookies.
Cookies. I still honestly, because they're cookies, I think I would just shift it all up. So green bean casserole at 4, and then just move everything else up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
green bean casserole at 5, then cookies, then rolls, then ham, then sweet potatoes for me.
I recently made a homemade green bean casserole, and it had bacon on it, and it had the crispy onions, and it was decent.
Mhm.
It was
I
pretty
just-
good.
One thing my mom
I
always
like
did.
green beans.
That's fair. Is
Straight up.
she swapped out the cream of mushroom for cream of chicken, and that's a game changer. As someone who doesn't like mushrooms, for me it would probably be I don't like sweet potatoes, so that's my number 5.
Oh man.
Christmas cookies, glazed ham, dinner rolls, and green bean casserole for me. But
Oh man.
dinner rolls
Dinner
are-
rolls coming in high.
I love me some dinner rolls, man.
Are we talking like a croissant or like a King's Hawaiian?
I feel like they usually like King's Hawaiian is like the staple Christmas
What?
one, or at least my
What
family.
accent? What
A
accent? was
croissant.
that? Oh my
Croissant.
gosh!
That's
I
how you
felt
say
dirty
it,
in my
dog.
ear. Yeah.
You know I'm a degenerate.
What are some of your other favorite, besides prime rib? What are some of your other favorite holiday foods that I may have missed?
Turkey. I like turkey for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'd be so content with that.
Nah, Thanksgiving.
it has to be cooked right, but yes, I agree.
Oh, I mean, yes, good turkey.
Good.
For sure.
Was it Logan or Uber said they got the barbecue turkey? Maybe we should
I
go
think
to their
that
house
was
next
Uber.
year.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
good. Christmas
think-
crack is a big one for me.
It's okay.
I
Good.
love Christmas crack.
I mean, it's not the same as crack, but
No,
Becca
it's
would
no
know.
crack cocaine, but
Becca would know. I think pies. I expected some sort of pie.
pumpkin
the list.
pie with whipped cream and a cup of coffee afterwards by the
Yeah.
fire.
Mm.
Ooh.
My family wasn't a big pie family, so that's probably why that was on the list. Do you guys say pecan or pecan?
Pecan.
I think I
Pecan.
might say pecan. I don't
Pecan.
know. I don't.
I
say
use it
pecan pie.
interchangeably.
Yeah, I've never really thought about it. I've had. Hold on. Pecan. Yeah, okay, I say pecan. I had pecan pie for the first. It sounds wrong though, but I don't want to
Does
say
sound
pecan. That also sound. They
wrong.
both sound wrong. I had that pie for the first time this year, and it's amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did me hand make it, or was it just store bought?
It was store bought. Andrew had a bunch of like mini, like 2 biters, and he was like, "I need you guys to help me eat these, or I'm gonna eat the whole tray." And then I
tell him,
almost ate
man
the whole
up.
tray. And then like 3 days later, we had pie as the like we have once a month we have a savory treat, or like a savory snack, and then a sweet treat at work. And the sweet treats happened to be pie, and there was pecan pie, and I was like, oh man, here we go. And it was really good too.
There we go. Which one?
What-
Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
All right, Lou, hit us with it. What's your topic?
All right, my topic, which I struggled with all week, but I figured it out. Best elementary school Christmas activities.
Ooh,
Oh geez.
So, I know.
Mike's gonna
you
be
didn't go
very
I-
behind for this one.
Yeah, I was like, all right, Mike didn't go to elementary school. He was homeschooled, but I feel like
I
you'd
can
still
put
be
myself
able
in
to-
that headspace.
I think so. Really put
I'm
yourself in.
practically always in that headspace anyway.
I think more middle school, but you know. Some
All right,
humor
I'm
you
gonna
got.
throw some curveballs at you guys. Are you
All right.
ready? All right, number 1, snow day.
Number
one.
one. Yeah.
Okay. All right, are
The
you
only
sure?
the only other thing would be like Christmas vacation, but still the snow day. It's like that ecstasy
Snow
that you
day's
got
a
off
little more
school.
magical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
All right.
flush
okay.
the ice cube down the toilet, put a spoon under your blanket where your PJs inside out. I knew them all.
Question for after we do the whole list: best snow day memory.
All right.
a pin in it.
I'll be thinking.
I got a pin. I got one. All right, number 2, Christmas arts and crafts.
5.
Bingo, right there with you. 1 in 5. Everything.
guys are-
Everything goes in between snow day and arts and crafts. There's no question.
You guys are so confident. All right, outside recess
In the snow?
in the snow.
I might give that a
feel
3.
It's between 3 or 2. Me and Rob are on lockstep on this one. I feel like I'm just. I get to answer first next time. All right.
All right.
All right, and then classic Christmas break,
2.
Yep.
and then Christmas school party.
Yeah, I'm
4.
good with
yeah,
these.
no, Rob and I have the exact same list, and I'm like perfect list.
The only one I might switch is outdoor recess to the Christmas party, depending on what it is. Like if it's a pizza party, I think that would elevate it. But your standard
Pizza would
Christmas
help.
party,
Pizza would
yeah,
help.
I like that one. Where do you rank them, Lou?
Exactly that. That's why. The way I did. Yeah.
Lou's like, this is where I'd have it. Are you sure? You want to rethink that, even though you nailed it?
I will say outside recess felt very special as a kid, but looking back, it's not as special as like a snow day. But I
Oh,
used
as
to
an
love it.
adult, it sounds awful.
Yeah.
But like in that mindset, going out and playing outside with your friends in the snow, kind of awesome.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure they don't allow like snowball fights nowadays. I'm pretty sure when my wife worked at elementary school, they shut that down. Where's the fun in that?
Well, I mean, kids be packing like, yeah, kids are crazy. Kids are
Our
always
culture
crazy.
I was gonna say, how's it different than when we were
against
kids?
masculinity.
Kids are always crazy. I will say once I got some ice in the face, I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, it wasn't fun. But it made
it's
you
not
tough.
good. Yeah. My dad used to shove my face in the snow and like shake my head in it.
Oh, the
Oh,
whitewash.
that's just mean.
I thought it was
Yeah,
a different term
well-
for it, but we call it. People called it whitewashing. I don't. There's another term for it.
Oh, wow, my white dad whitewashing me. That's something.
Well, I mean, hey,
Yo.
I call it like I
Go
see
ahead.
it.
No.
Thank you so much for being the one to make that joke, because I was like, there's not that many people who listen. I might be able to get away with it.
Right.
So you put arts and crafts at 2?
Arts and crafts at 5.
Okay, so you
5,
did them
yeah.
reverse.
5.
Snow Day's number 5 for you? Well, you
No,
did
no,
Snow
no,
Day
no,
first.
No, he had
My-
the exact same list.
Oh, okay,
Thank
as
you,
ours.
guys.
I thought you
Yeah.
meant like you had the same as you read it, and I'm like, that's...
No. The goal was to like try to throw you guys a curveball and give you the best one, and then see if you guys will question if it's number 1.
Nah.
But you guys were like, no, confident.
I think that's the first time we've all 3 agreed on something, especially like with 5 options.
Yeah.
It is a
Yeah.
magical time of year.
What episode is this? Like
69.
Yeah, let's go.
There's magic in the
I
air
was
tonight.
hoping, but I was like, there's no way.
It is.
Magic.
All right, Mike.
It's a Christmas
It
miracle.
is. What's your list?
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
Best snow day memory.
Oh gosh.
I'll go. I remember I was like super young, and I remember my dad was like, "Hey, you're not gonna have school tomorrow." I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Come outside." And he literally picked me up and put me in the snow, and I almost felt like I was like gonna get lost in the snow. I was like, in my head, I was like to my neck. I probably wasn't that much, but I was like, "Oh my gosh, are we?" At first, I was like, "Are we gonna be okay?" Like, is this the end of the world? But it was good.
You're like thinking of how you're gonna, tunnel out the snow so you can survive and everything.
Yeah, but it probably wasn't that big of a deal.
I don't have like one from being younger from elementary school, but I remember there was one time in high school. It was one of those like they're forecasting this huge snow and ice everywhere, so they closed school the day early, and there was nothing. So me and my friends just drove somewhere and hung out and got like Taco Bell, which is
Nice.
pretty solid.
That's pretty cool.
For me, it's a tie. There was one. I only had him in high school, obviously, homeschooled, but there was one where my mom was like, she got the call. I was like, well, he's asleep, and then didn't wake me up. So I woke up and I was like, oh no! Like the sun was coming down the window. I shot up. I looked out the window. There was not that much snow on the ground. I like, poof, door open. Down the stairs, like, Mom, I was up. Ah! And she was like, it's a snow day. I was like, how? And she was like, actually, it's just really cold. And I was like, oh, okay. And then the other one was senior year. My dad took myself and my sister on each of our senior years. We got to go on his annual trip to Mexico with him on winter break, and you got back like Sunday before school got back in at 3 a.m, and it was brutal. And we got a snow day the next day, and I got to sleep in. That
There you
was
go.
He made you go to
nice.
school, getting
Oh,
back
yeah.
at 3 a.m. Oh my gosh, that's
You
crazy.
knew what you were getting into. It was, I mean, it's like, hey, would you go to school with 4 hours of sleep if
I
in
did it
exchange you got
anyways.
to spend a week in Mexico in a resort, not paying for your own meals?
Yeah, I mean that was my high school life anyway, so why not?
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
Without minus the resort, I did not my sleep schedule. I didn't even have insomnia. I just
I thought you meant spending the week in Mexico.
yeah,
No,
you
yeah,
know.
I was
You guys
like-
didn't know? Come on, you know.
big ball over
We're
here.
getting mixed reports now.
All right, Mike, what's your our blind ranked list for us? My goodness.
My list is Christmas songs.
All right, let's see if we have the
And-
uniformity again.
All right, let's see. All right. We're gonna go with. All right, we're gonna start with "Baby, It's Cold Outside."
Just
Oh, wow.
do you have any artists like, or just your favorite version of this?
Just your favorite version of this, not the one from Elf, because that one's the best.
I'm going
So
with
any other version.
5 for me. What about you, Lou?
Baby, it's cold outside, but with Mariah Carey on that might be on the docket. Oh man.
Here's the thing, at least Mariah Carey's isn't really date y.
Okay. Well, I mean, okay. Yeah. 5.
All right. Peanuts, the Charlie Brown Christmas song.
I'll let you go first, Lou.
I don't know that song, so
Ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-dum,
I have a crazy story about this song.
How do you not know?
oh, da 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 da.
Yeah,
Yeah.
piano
Yeah.
song.
That I vibe with it. I like when I picture it. I can't unpicture like when they're all vibing together.
Yeah,
I
Charlie
like
Brown
that.
dance.
Yeah. So for that, I'll say 3.
I was thinking 3 as well. Just it's a good middle of the road. Like I'm happy when I hear it, but I'm not like super. I'm gonna go seek it out. My mom actually got pulled over for listening to the song. Hi, Mom. Yeah, that's right. I'm telling the world. I guess she was moving, and some cop thought she was like swaying because she was drunk, and she's like, "No, officer, I was just vibing to this song." So whenever I hear that song, I'm like, "Oh, my mom got pulled over to this."
That's amazing. All
And
right, I ran an experiment with Rob's mother-in-law to test this list out. This was her number 1 Christmas song, "Last Christmas" by Wham.
I think that's a 4 for me, dog.
Mm,
It's not a
Very
2,
big
so I'm gonna put it at 4, and I'll
I don't even know.
go with the
I don't even know what I
consequences.
have right now. What do I have? I have
We have this-
5,
Yeah, "Baby, It's Cold Outside" at 5, and you got "Peanuts" at
3.
2, 3.
3.
Is it better than Peanuts? It's a pretty good song. I'll give it 2.
Ooh, all right, we
okay.
got some variants. I think this is an interesting one because some people absolutely hate this song. I'm pretty indifferent about it, but I think it's catchy. I don't mind it. I think it's a bop.
What do you, the
Mariah
Wham song?
Carey.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah. "All I Want for Christmas Is You."
Give it a 2.
I just don't know what you have next. These things stress me out a little bit. I'm sorry. This one really puts my brains in whack.
You got
So
1
I
and
have
4.
1 and 4. I'll give it 4. No. Fudge and crackers. Fudge and crackers.
Thank
I'll give it.
you. Ooh, is it your favorite?
It's not my favorite, but he's gonna give us something weird at the end. He's gonna green bean casserole us.
What's wrong with creamy casserole?
He's gonna crash green bean casserole all over my face.
My new favorite euphemism, by the way.
I'm gonna do 4.
Gonna do 4. All right, so Lou, your number 1 slot is open. Rob, what do you have left?
Also, my number 1. What's our favorite
Your
Christmas
number
song?
1 Christmas song is the Chipmunk song.
I don't. It's not overplayed anymore, so I'll take it.
I knew he was gonna do that. I knew it.
As a kid, yeah, I loved it.
What a
Man,
mastermind.
these really suck. You went with the worst ones.
Oh, what a mastermind.
See, I know a lot of people who like the Mariah Carey one. I don't mind the Mariah Carey one. I really like Peanuts. For me, if not blind ranking this, I'd probably go Peanuts, Last Christmas. Chipmunk Song is definitely 5. So Peanuts, Last Christmas. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Baby, It's Cold Outside. The Chipmunk Song.
What about you, Lou? How would you do it?
Probably Peanuts at 1.
Yeah, same.
And then I think after that, it's kind of all of a toss-up in my mind. And I don't hate the Mariah Carey one. I don't know. Something about it is overplayed. Yeah. And then the first with the Chipmunks, number 5 for sure.
I tried to get Hot Kyle to guest up here just for this specific part of this specific segment, because I'm pretty sure that like this is one of his that's one of his like absolute go-tos. Like it's not Christmas until Mariah's playing. And so I was like, I don't know where you guys are gonna fall on it, but I'm sure one of you is gonna be low to indifferent. And I was hoping to get that clashing viewpoint, but he couldn't make it.
I don't think it's the best Christmas song of all time, which is where it's like sold and charted. But
no, it's
not
absolutely
terrible.
not the best, but it's good. I like it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Mine would probably be Peanuts, All I Want for Christmas, Last Christmas, Baby It's Cold Outside, and the Chipmunks. What is your favorite Christmas song?
Oh,
I'll give you.
Somebody asked me
2.
that like a week ago, and I still don't really have an answer.
So if
Go ahead.
I'll say if I'm going for like a more, actual like Christian themed, I really like David Crowder's "Silent Night" on his Christmas album. It's probably my favorite Christmas song. But I really like "War Is Over" by John Lennon for another one, which my mother-in-law hates. I was very awkward when me and my wife were making cookies for the first time we still dating. She's like, "Man, I hate this song." I'm like, "Oh, this is like one of my favorite Christmas songs."
I've been watching Ted Lasso with my folks, and I don't even know the name of the song, but there were some like, it was just like an indie band playing a song about Christmas that I was vibing to. Like I really like when I come across Christmas songs that aren't mainstream, but are still Christmassy, but aren't overly like sleigh bells and sound effects driven. So I'll take the hipster pick in general, and then Reliant K's cover of "I'm Getting Nothing for Christmas," banger.
I didn't know. I thought that was one of their songs. I didn't know that was a cover.
"I'm Getting Nothing for Christmas."
Yeah, I've only ever heard them
That
sing it.
song's super old. It's one of the ones that has like an obnoxious, like high-pitched kid voice. "I'm getting nothing for Christmas." It's super obnoxious. Funny, good lyrics. But yeah.
What about you, Lou?
I'm struggling. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on Spotify right now.
Christmas in Hollywood by Hollywood and Dead. That's a solid one.
Oh, okay.
No, it's
I like Hallelujah a lot. Is that a Christmas song?
Like from
the
Shrek?
Hallelujah chorus.
The that David played in it, please.
No, I wouldn't
No?
say it.
Not a Christmas
No,
song.
not a Christmas song. Rough. Okay, I'm gonna go left field. Santa Baby.
Really?
Hey, that's a banger. And there's a
like-
line in Death on the Polar Express about how Santa just doesn't like Christmas songs anymore, except that he has a sweet spot for Santa Baby, but he can never let Mrs. Claus know that he likes that song.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I might not like it for the right reasons, but I'm honest with you, it's pretty good.
All right. Well, you guys got anything to say for the Christmas season?
Trying to find the name of the song. Can't. There was John Mark McMillan had a really good song that he wrote, and I can't find it. So, no.
Do I have anything to say?
Yeah, like any Christmas related, words of wisdom you want to pass on?
Yeah. Make sure, just because it's hard. I think a big thing is like protect yourself emotionally. Like, just because you're your family doesn't mean that you have to be okay with anything that they say to you. And then, yeah, if Christmas is a very lonely time. So make sure you check up on people.
Well, from
Can you edit that, make me sound good?
I mean,
we don't edit anything.
That's good.
Well, from all of us here at the Top Podcast to yours, may you guys have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Hope you guys have a great December. And tell someone you love them. Peace.
Frosticles.
Yuck.